A blessed Sunday to all. I opted to read the longer form or the longer, what we call stretch of the gospel reading. But there are also other alternatives. There is one shorter reading focused on Jairus and his daughter. And then there is also another form which actually focuses on the woman that actually was placed in the middle of the narrative. And scholars are actually calling this a hamburger effect or something like a sandwich effect. No? The word hamburger is my language, but scholars call this as a sandwich effect. Nganong sandwich man? Kung sa inyo makita sa sandwich nga naipalaman. No? Ang nasa tunga, the woman suffering hemorrhages for 12 years is actually placed in the middle. But if we try to take a look into the long stretch of the reading, this very significant, what we call episodes, no? These two significant episodes really say something about, among other things, no? Kay daghan kayong nindot nga pamalandungan ni ini kun ato aning himuon karon patang hapon mahuman, no? So I focused on something that is so significant and what really took place in the narrative. And without saying any more descriptions, what actually happened with the woman budging in or entering the scene because Jesus was walking amidst a crowd, or a crowd was following him, is called, unsa man na sa ato ang pinulungan, na nadugay si Jesus na dilatar. No? Dilatar is not a Cebuano word. No? Dilatar is actually Spanish. Okay? So we're talking here about a concept of delay. Okay? This is not about delaying tactics. You know, Jesus also had an experience, an episode in the Gospel of John. Nga si Jesus mismo, naa siya delaying tactic. Asa man niini. It is in John chapter 11 when it was reported to him that Lazarus, his best friend, was sick. Nga igituyo gyud ni Jesus, nga wa sa siya moadto. No? Okay, because na siya intention. But not this episode today in the Gospel reading. No? The delay there was just, kanang dili na ito mapugngan. And what is so significant about the delay? What is so good news about the delay? You know, by itself, delaying or delay is not a good thing. No, because we are always told we have to be prompt, we have to be ready all the time. But sometimes there are exceptions to the rule. And this delay here that we are talking about is actually a grace-filled delay. Ngano man, not only towards the woman who was actually also needing a help. Imagine 12 years na gud siya nga nag-antos. And apart from that, all her belongings, ang tanan niyang katigayunan, nahurot. No? And the beautiful description of the hemorrhage here is, ang hemorrhaging process is maughan kag dugo. And then literally usab, ang babae na ughan pod sa iyang katigayunan. And she has never been cured. Okay? So this delayed event here is actually very significant. Now, you know, in our lives, we also try to take a look into this because sometimes we are too fast in doing things. No? Karong mga panahon na, the so-called the rat race generation, ilabi na karong panahon na pwede na ta bahalag unsay atong buhaton magdali-dali gyud ta, but then sometimes, or if not all the times, daghan kay tang mataligaman usahay di pa magkadimao gani. No? That's why one particular message of today's gospel reading here today is take or value the event of delays. Ayaw lang tuyo apod, no? But sometimes delays are it has something good, especially when we really need a space to breathe. Ilabi na karong mga panahon na, as I said, I would like to repeat, no, we are all moving, no, kusog kayo atong mga lihok. And I think mao gani siguro na usa sa mga leksyon nga atong makuha sa pandemic, no? Nga na ay mga restrictions, na ay mga quarantine, no? Tungod kay usahay wala tay gihuna-huna ato arang kaugalingon nga buot mahitabo, mo'y mahitabo. And this is a beautiful and a challenging reflection to us all. Okay? Delay is such a grace because we need also to look at things in the proper perspective or in a bigger picture. Usahay sa atong kinabuhi, nagkinahanglan pud sabta to slow down. No? Kay ang delaying is also related to slowing down. But not a problem in as much as Jesus is concerned. Because of course, we know the event, no? We know what happened after that. Bahala na-delay siya. Namatay na gud ang bata. But then, on our part as human beings, we need to slow down a bit in our lives once in a while. Not all the time, kay not all the time na lain na sad ng istorya, no? But there is always a value behind the sense of delay, no? Usahay ako ning gamiton ang reflection ani nga kanang malate, di ba? Kay kanang delay related man na to nga malate. No nya, I don't know if you still remember my joke. I am always using this, no? Ang pari kanunay nga late kuno kay magbuot lagi siya sa iyang oras, no? Kay usahay unsam po ning ubang pari po daghan po kay schedule dawaton, no? Maglutod ng mga oras, mudawat og misa sa alas 10, mudawat og misa og alas 10:30, nya di pa mahuman ang usa, nagpaabot na ang uban. Nya pag-abot dito sa parok, pag-abot dito sa kapilya, mingon dahil nga padrino, late lagi ka. Nya mutubag dahil pare, nganong na late man ko pag-abot na ako, nagmisa na di mo. Now, if you get the sense of it, but it should not be abused. In as much as delaying should not also be abused. There are sometimes some moments that we need to take space and to breathe, no? Because that is also good for our health. And hopefully, with this beautiful dynamism of our gospel narrative today, okay, the delaying that happened to Jesus was a great act of kindness and at the same time grace. And this, we also have to thank the Lord. Kay usahay na yung mga hitabo nga madilatar. Unya, at the end, makaingon na ita nga, may nagid po nga nadilatar. No? I don't know if you have heard people, no, talking about delayed flights. No? Daghan kay masuko ana. Pero naiuban nga makaingon, sus may ragyong na delay akong flight. Ngano man, kay ang sakyan, ako unta nga sakyan, wala di ay maayo, di ay maayong kondisyon, no, na ay mahitabo. No, usahay we relate this to accidents. Sus may ragyong na dilatar mi. Kay sus nagkuan to sus simbako, something like that, no? But then one thing for sure is this. Whether delayed or on time, it is in God's time that we take this all in perspective. And it is worth thanking because it is God, or recognizing that God is still and is even at work, even in cases of delay. Delayed grace experiences. And it is all in His time and in His loving concern. Amen.